The story begins with a mom cat and her kittens abandoned in the Himalayan mountains. They have been there for a couple of weeks and have to hide from people. The kittens have lost a lot of weight from starvation. They are not forced to sleep in a cave and hope for a miracle. Mom brings them daily scraps of food that she has found in the mountains. She cuddles them before bed to keep them warm. In the distance, they see a light leading to a town of people, their only hope for salvation. They're already very exhausted, and the last of their strength is going towards the city. Mom cat covers the kittens with whatever she can to keep them warm. They spend the night on the road, risking their lives to get hit by a car. After a week, they reach their destination. Unfortunately, only one kitten made it. He sees plenty of food and a warm environment, but unfortunately, he has no money to buy anything at the supermarket. He's very quietly going through the shelves because he's very hungry. The shopkeeper spots him on the cameras. He starts chasing him with a pram. The kitten manages to grab a piece of bread. The kitten is so exhausted he can hardly lift it. He runs as fast as he can to get some shelter and some food. He's so hungry he pounces on the bread right outside the supermarket. Turns out the shopkeeper called the police and the kitten is arrested. They take him to the police station and put in jail for theft. He was in jail for 3 months because there was no one to save him. Now he's back on the streets in the harsh winter. He goes to live alone in the woods. Turns out his mom's alive and looking for him. She too has been imprisoned and is waiting for her release to rescue her son. A few months go by. Kat escapes from prison for her son and goes into the dark forest to find him. After wandering in the forest for so long, she is very thin. She searches for her son every day, following the footprints in the snow. One evening, she finds him small and defenseless, with a spoon in his hands. She sees how much he's been waiting for her and misses her very much. Seeing his mom, the kitten calms down and falls asleep in safety. The next day, they go to a new place where they can live in peace. Every time there are sounds of people, the cat gets scared that they've come for her. They have to starve a lot. One day, a police car suddenly drives up and chases them. The cat puts the kitten on its back and runs away at full speed. They had to run into town again, but the police caught them. Luckily, the police didn't know the cat was wanted and took them to the hospital with the kitten. At the hospital, they were warmed and fed and started to take proper care of them. But soon a detective came to the hospital because he had found out about the cat. He arrested the cat to take it to jail for running away. The cat was taken to the station to be processed, and the kitten was left alone again. Without his mom, he lost a lot of weight and empathy, but the doctors were able to help him. Every day they gave him vaccinations and his condition improved. After a few months, the kitten got better and looked very well. The mom in prison missed her son kitten very much. The kitten realized that they liked life in the forest better than among the people who had arrested his mom. Every day before he went to bed, he looked at her picture and missed her. One day, he decides to escape from the hospital. Several people run after him, but they can't catch him. He ran to his home forest. Maybe there he could find his mom. But the next evening, he came face to face with a fearsome wolf. The kitten ran as fast as he could, but the wolf was faster. He almost caught up with him and was about to eat him. Suddenly, because of the thin ice, the wolf fell into the water. The kitten was noble and helped the wolf out of the water. In gratitude, he became like a big brother to the kitten and protected him. He took him everywhere with him and taught him how to hunt and get a lot of food. The kitten grew big and strong next to the wolf, but still missed his mom.
The story begins with the wedding of two cats in love. They are celebrating their wedding with their close friends. Their parents have blessed their marriage and all seems well. After the wedding, they go on a honeymoon to a beautiful island. And then they come back and they're alone. After their wedding night, they're in bed in their bathrobes. They spend a lot of time together. They cook each other delicious breakfasts. The wife helps the cat husband pick out a new style of clothes. 2 months later, the wife got pregnant and the cat is even happier. He goes to work very happy. She waits for him from work every day and cooks him a delicious dinner. One day, and my tummy got very sick, I immediately started calling my husband. He heard the news and was shocked. He immediately ran out of his office and headed to his car. He came home at high speed and took his wife in his arms. He's driving very fast to the hospital. The cat's wife is worried and crying because she's in pain. Suddenly, because of their speed, they are cut off by another car on the motorway. Their car flips over and they both fly out of the car. The car catches fire and panicked passers-by call the fire brigade. The cat wakes up very sad to see his wife lying on the road. He quickly finds a grocery cart, puts his wife in it, and takes her to the hospital. At the hospital, they were waiting for doctors to help the cat. She was bleeding. They put her on the operating table to help with the delivery. The labor was very long and painful for the cat. Because of the accident, Kat's vital organs were damaged, but she still managed to give birth to healthy kittens with the help of the doctors. A couple of hours later, I showed her her kittens and she was very happy. But unfortunately, she suddenly became very ill, and I had to put her on a drip because she fell into a coma. In the morning, my husband was told that his wife's cat had left the world. He was shocked. He took his kittens home and looked at them for a long time. They reminded him of his wife. Every time they drove in the car, we remembered the moments with the wife cat. Every Saturday, they came to visit their mom who gave them life. Love and cherish your mums.
This story is about a loving mom who put all her efforts into her son. She could not have imagined what would happen in a few weeks' time. Mom and son have been traveling together in different countries since childhood and have been inseparable. One of the kitten's favorite trips was to a paradise island with lots of waterfalls and animals. Mom and son used to go for walks very often, and this sunny day was no exception for them. They go to the main street. Mom holds her son's hand tightly while crossing the road so that nothing happens to him. Down another street comes a cat who has been known to do mean things to the people of the town. He drives through the streets looking for cats he can hurt. He destroys food stalls and pushes people around while smiling and speeding up on his motorbike. Suddenly, he's headed for a mom and a kitten who are peacefully crossing the road. The mother covers the kitten with her body, and the angry cat hits her at full speed, and she flies a few meters away. He has a smile on his face because he has once again managed to hurt weak and defenseless cats. The kitten runs up to his mom and realizes that she's in a lot of pain. He calls loudly for help, but no one hears him and everyone goes on about their business. The kitten realizes that there is nothing he can do to help his mom, as she has left this world. So he starts screaming and crying loudly. The sneaky cat stops and mocks the kitten, proudly raising his arms. He shows his power and advantage over the regular cats. The kitten is furious to see the mean cat mocking him. On the other street, the sound of police sirens can be heard. Hearing this, the sneaky cat gets scared and quickly runs to his motorbike. He manages to escape before the police arrive. The kitten is very sad without his mom, remembering her every day. He promises to grow up big and strong to protect everyone from the mean cats. He devises a plan of revenge and goes into action. 10 years later, he's one of the best cops in town. He's caught hundreds of criminals and he's not gonna stop. He still remembers what happened to his mom and wants to punish the culprit. Meanwhile, the sneaky cat keeps doing bad things. He scares people because he has a lot of money now that he's a professional bank robber. One day he starts robbing the biggest bank in town and everything goes well. He gets on his motorbike as usual and drives off with impunity. He rides calmly through the streets of the city with a bag full of money without even realizing what lies ahead. At full speed, a strong kitty cop gets in his way. He throws the mean cat off the motorbike and starts a fight. He's so strong that the mean cat can't even do anything about it because he's used to hurting only the weak. They fight in the same street where he ran over his mom 10 years ago. The mean cat falls to the ground and begs for mercy, but the kitten won't spare him. The kitten handcuffs him and puts him in jail to avenge his mom. Kitten goes to his mom's funeral to tell her how much he loves her and will always miss her. A mom cat took her kitten to the supermarket. The kitten really liked the pink dress, but his old shirt was torn and he was very upset. He asked his mom to buy him this dress, but she didn't have enough money. Mummy Cat started working without a day off, and despite all the difficulties, she did not give up. When payday came, she happily ran to the supermarket to buy the pink dress that her kitten liked so much. The kitten was delighted with his new dress and gratefully hugged his mom. Appreciate your moms. They would do anything for you. This cute kitten was a big fan of spicy food and often bought lots of hot chili peppers.
side to side.
One day, he cooked a pot of super spicy food and ate it with gusto.
Meow, meow, in this tune. Meow, meow, heart and
However,
home.
soon, horrible red spots appeared on his body.
Touch so fine. Forever you are mine. Sunbeam on the floor. Love me
Frightened, he went to the hospital where doctors removed all the chili from his system. From then on, the kitten tried to avoid too spicy food.